All right, guys. So we're going to give you an update of what's going on in our lives and kind of what our plans are moving forward with content. We've been bringing a lot of informational stuff, and we kind of want to just put a update out and a lifestyle kind of update, lifestyle pod out. So we're going to jump right into that.
Look, I don't want to talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft.
All right, guys. Welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Assess Podcast. Today, me and AJ are feeling a little weird because we don't have a table sitting in front of us.
It is definitely awkward.
Yeah.
It feels very different.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal. But we thought it'd be good. We're just going to take you guys through kind of brief part of what's going on now and then kind of our plan moving forward this winter so you guys can kind of, know what to expect. We've grown over the summer on YouTube. Obviously, we want to grow even more. So everyone that subscribes and engages with our content, we really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. But I think that we'll just talk about, kind of where we're at now and preseason stuff, and then we can jump into our plans this winter.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is we've kind of proven that we can keep consistent with the podcast. We kind of have a little break in the summertime because we've kind of felt very snowmobile content, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which that's not necessarily what we want to be as all snowmobile content. We want to be able to do a wide variety and just more lifestyle type. But
we're just so much more experienced with snowmobile content.
Yeah. It's just so what we know and it's what we do.
And it's in the summer, it's I'm gone at meetings all summer. AJ's working all summer.
Yep.
And we have common interest in the summer when it comes to, some side-by-side stuff and some hunting stuff.
Hunting and yeah.
But it's not like snowmobile stuff. When it comes to winter, we kind of, our life goes on hold. Yeah.
Breathe snowmobile.
Yeah. And we love to snowmobile. So, it's been kind of, there for a while, it was pretty hard to come up with
good topics.
Yeah. It was hard.
And I think we've been doing a good job. You guys can probably tell us the best if we've been doing a good job at it. But since we came back after our summer break, we've seen really good growth, seen really good numbers, and have just felt a lot better about the product we're putting out. And I personally am happy with what we've been doing lately.
And it's for those of you who are haters, we're obviously not on a huge scale, but we only have us to compare ourselves to.
Yeah.
It's we can't compare ourselves to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Or else we just quit in 2 episodes.
We'd be done.
We enjoy doing it, and we've been having fun with the podcast. Kind of the thought was that we were going to, as snowmobilers, something in the early season that we all think about when we can't ride yet is obviously mods and gear and have everything ready for the snowmobile season.
Yep.
So when it comes that time, we're ready.
Yeah. Well, and we film these as we do these things personally too.
Yeah.
As we're buying gear, hey, we should put a podcast out gear because that's what's on our brain. And as our friends are asking us questions, that's what we put out because that feels that's what's needed in the community, or maybe we might have an answer, be able to help somebody with. And we can't help everybody. We know that. But if there's one person that we help, then it's worth it, I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
So, or get one person into the sport or something along those lines. I think that's what has brought us into this. It's not about making millions of bucks or anything like that. We're not.
If it was, we're in the wrong industry.
We're not doing well right now.
So, we've been having a lot of fun with it. We hope that you guys have taken a lot of some value away from the mod talks, the affordable mod talks, the gear talks, the beginner learning to snowmobile talks, all those things we want to help people with. But we also want to put out who we are and what we're about. So with that being said, let's talk about moving forward.
Yeah. I think it's time to ramp this baby up.
Yeah.
And that's our goal for this winter, is to really put more content out for everybody, for us, for you guys, for consumer, whatever.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is we want to go to video, I think, on YouTube video stuff and in multiple forms. So hopefully we will keep the podcast going. It'll be a weekly thing. Absolutely. And then the goal is to add, one good YouTube video a week for sure to the channel. And then we're hoping to bring a lifestyle vlog as well to the channel. So
let us know what you guys want to see. That's kind of, and we'll unpack that in a second. But
Yeah.
If you guys want to see something, before me and AJ did content together, I did some on snow videos But they working 6 days a week. It's pretty tough to like really dive into that and be consistent and really have that time and the planning and the team to do that stuff.
Yep.
So this year I'm going to have a lot more time to ride. And so we want to ramp up we obviously like talking in a garage about snowmobiling because that's what we do, but we also want to show you guys and take you along with us when it comes to us actually being on the snow, and not so much like, look how great riders we are and look
Definitely
how many,
not that.
Yeah. How many re-entries we can do. We kind of want to like push the entertainment side, like make you guys feel how it would be if you were actually riding with us and like along for the journey. The highs, the lows, everything. Like even like the stupid little shop conversations that we have and getting ready in the trailer. Like we want all of that to be out there to you guys. And because we've talked about, it's like, for me, I absolutely love snowmobiling, and you agree with me on this. We've had this talk. It's like we love snowmobiling, but like we can only watch other people ride so much.
Yep.
Like we want to see more about who they are and what it's like to ride with them, in the fact of like how they talk and what they do and stuff like that.
There's so much more to the sport that we enjoy, I think, than just the riding aspect, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the camaraderie. Like me and you became friends because of snowmobiling, and then our friendship has built probably 90% in the garage, talking, working on sleds, and like just bullshitting in the garage, versus the 10% on the mountain riding. So I think that's the aspect that we really want to bring to you guys as the viewers, is we have so much more behind the scene, like conversations and character and build up that like. That's what makes snowmobiling for me personally.
Yeah, me as well.
So I think that's, you hit the nail on the head there. Like that's what we want to bring to you guys, like the talk in the garage, the talk in the trailer, even up on the mountain. Like we're not up there just pulling bow ties all day and stuff like that. And I get sick of seeing it on Instagram. Everybody can do a bow tie now. Like even when we go ride, it's fun to do that stuff, and it's fun to push ourselves in those riding situations. But most of the days, it's mainly the guys just out riding,
we're just hanging out.
We're just chilling. Like,
and that's why we love the sport.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously we want to show riding in certain, forms, but we really
help. And like some of these videos, we'd like to like do some not instructional, I don't think is the word, but like maybe give some pointers to some people to help them, further themselves in the sport.
Yeah. And I also like one of the things I just thought about there is like, there's so many opinions on the sport, like with everything. Like, I mean, every little thing you can have an opinion on. And I think it's good to have an opinion from somebody that isn't getting paid to tell you what's good and tell you what's not good. Like,
that's true.
We tell you, like on our mod list and everything like that, just for example, like we talk about like what we actually run. Every piece that we talked about, come to our shop, or maybe not. Don't come to our shop. That'd be kind of crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you came here, you would see it on these sleds. Like the sled behind me has 90% of the stuff that I talked about. The other 10% is on my other sled. The other, for his 100%, it's all on his sled. Like we have personal experience. We run it. We like it. And we've gone through a lot of stuff that we don't like. But
and we can show you the credit card charge of where we've paid for it too. Like,
but that's the thing, is like so many people they're paid to like say what, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, we have sponsorships.
We have good deals. Yeah.
We have sponsorships and stuff, but I can promise you one thing. I would not be with those companies if I truly didn't believe in it. Because I'm not that type of person. I can't like put on a facade and tell people how great something is if it's not
what it is.
If I just don't like it.
Absolutely. Like, and I think like me and you had this conversation when we started the idea of this podcast. I remember sitting in your office down at work, and we were like, if this ever takes off and we have sponsors that sponsor the podcast, we don't.
No, okay.
But like,
Yeah.
if we ever do, we're going to be super selective and super careful with who we would choose, because we don't want to be stuck with something we don't like believe in or like trust or like wouldn't want to use. So
Yeah.
like, that's something that we definitely have always been, you know, mindful of. And well, not that we have people beating our door down. But
Soon.
like, yeah, it'll happen, right? It's going to happen. But just so you guys know, like, that's not our goal in this at all, is to like push products onto anybody. This is truly how we feel and what we feel about the product, like personal experience on the snow.
And it wasn't very long ago. It was like I was in high school and I didn't have the money to buy what everyone was saying that I needed to be good on a snowmobile.
Yep.
And it's like, so it kind of rubs me the wrong way because it like made me feel like shit, because it's like,
I can't do this
I
because
can't do that because I don't have, you know, $20,000 to spend.
Yep.
It's like we're in it for the sport. We're in it for the love of the sport. We're in it for the fun of the sport. And that's all we're in it for. It's like we were just talking before this with this whole YouTube thing. We spend a lot of time thinking about this. It's like, bro, we better enjoy this right now, or it's going to be miserable and we're not going to want to do it. But we have to keep in mind, we do this for fun. We love to do it, and we have to keep continuing to do that.
Yep. And that's the goal, is we're going to keep it lighthearted. We're going to have fun with it. It's going to be a different style. It's going to be us. This is going to be us raw, because we can't put on a character. I mean, we don't put on a character in the podcast, but like, we can't put on a character for as much content as we're wanting to put out. So,
yeah. And the other thing too is like, the thing that I don't like about like, I like this podcast, like this style more. But for a lot of the podcasts that I feel like add value to you guys, we're not really showing you who we are. We're telling you our opinions on technique or products or builds, or
you don't really get to know us.
Yeah. It's like, we want to like actually put out stuff that like is entertainment. More so, or, you know, above and beyond the podcast.
Yep. Entertainment is more the word, I think, for sure. Like, what we're going for is like, we want to have some entertainment value in the videos and bring something more to the table other than just value, you know, because we want to keep value in the podcast. Like, that's a very important thing in podcasts, is having value. But I do think there's a fun and a cool side we can show of us. Yeah. Dude, I've had this hair just driving me crazy and I can't find it. So hope you guys have enjoyed that on YouTube.
So back to the video idea. So like we were talking about, we won't dive too much into it, but we want like a video that is very entertaining, not only for you, but for us. Like, we want something that's going to be like, what is going to happen?
These are things that we've dreamed of since little kids to do, and we want to make it a reality.
Yeah. So that's the stuff we're going to do in some of the videos.
Yep.
And then the other side of the videos, and let us know in the comments what you guys think, or shoot us a message on Instagram. We want to do, you know, some snowmobile videos that, like we had just talked about, like in the truck, and, you know, just the banter between all of us. And we ride with like a very interesting group of guys.
That's a great way to put it.
We all have like our weird thing where we fit in, and hopefully we can get the group to kind of commit to this whole like crazy idea. It's like, it's so hard to get people to buy in on something like this. Like, that it just seems like a dream.
It's a daunting task. It's a daunting thing. And I think me and you for the last couple of months have been like, just eat, sleep, breathe this idea. And now that it's like, it's time to make it happen. Like, it's kind of a little scary for me, honestly. I'm just kind of like set back, you know? But it is, if we can make this happen, it's gonna be super cool. But I do see the fear from the buy-in from some of the other people. Like, it's a lot to ask and like to take in, you know? Like, it's not like we're going to be making big money at doing this. So
in the beginning, at least, for sure.
It's going to be a lot of work, and that's where we just got to keep it fun, you know? But I think that it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of content, and hopefully everybody really likes it.
If you guys have anything that you guys want to see, let us know. But I think it's going to be interesting to just see, like, I love doing content. So it's going to be interesting to experiment like in a more serious way.
Well, and how wild is it going to be? Like, just think about this. Like, you're so used to going and getting a bite to eat when we're riding or something. Like, oh, we're going to come and go and grab a pizza to take to the trailhead. Like, now you got to film all that.
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird, especially in our small little town. Like, definitely nobody's seen anything like that. You know, like, it's not normal here by any means.
No, it's not normal at all here.
So we're going to feel super uncomfortable, I feel like, for the first bit. I think we'll get better at it. But I do think it's going to be a little uncomfortable walking in and come and go with a camera to buy a pizza, you know? I guess I ain't come and go anymore, but whatever. Only locals know that.
Yeah.
It's still come and go
It's
in my
still come
heart.
and go. Yeah, it's going to be weird. The whole thing is like such a learning experience. It's like, you know, talking about Instagram. There's, I don't even know what to say. I've been putting so much brain power into like YouTube and trying to come up with, you know, like editing podcasts and doing all that stuff. And then worrying about like what we're going to do this winter and then full-time work on top of that. I feel like my Instagram is kind of slacked, but there's definitely like a lot to figure out with Instagram. And there is with every social platform. And I think that that's what we're going to have to do is like figure out what you guys want to see and really put that out there. Consistently and
put that
and grow off that. Because if you're listening to this and you're thinking about doing social media, I always say it's like, dude, just do it. Like,
just start.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot of fun. You're not going to have, it's not going to be no fun. You're doing something that you love to do. You're snowmobiling.
If it's something that like you obviously enjoy snowmobiling if you're listening to this probably. And then if you enjoy the aspect of watching yourself back and then like editing and like learning, like it's a learning curve with all that, like you will truly enjoy the process of growing on social media because it's fun. Like it's fun editing. It's fun going into snowmobiling. It's fun getting the content. It's fun adjusting. It's frustrating. But there's a lot of fun mixed in that you really enjoy. But the biggest like motivation advice you ever gave me was just get started. Like,
let's just try.
What happens when you post something and it flops?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you suck, like I suck. And what happened? I got better.
Yeah,
I got better. Like, I go back and watch my stuff from a year ago and I go, wow, what was I doing? Like,
and hopefully we say the same thing a year from now.
I hope so. Because you see so much progress and you don't see the progress as you're in it, but you really start learning and seeing that progress. And I think we'll see that with YouTube and hopefully you guys will see that as well with us. And I think I've seen it with the podcast, but like, I know we have, but it is a wild experience. And that's the biggest thing is you just have to go at it. Just dive in. And that's what we're going to do.
Dude, there's so many people. There's probably 1,000 people that have reached out to Cook Bros on Instagram.
Yeah.
DM'd and said, what do I need? Like, I'm worried about my camera. I'm worried about microphones. I'm worried about like all this stuff. It's like, I get it because I was in that spot too, but I'm telling you from being like way further down the road, I mean, we've been doing this for like 4 years now. Dude, just do it. Like, you can
pull your phone out of your pocket.
Yeah, you can get views off of a phone.
Yep. And you said that you touched on that earlier with the sled, like when we were like younger thinking like, I need this so I can do a bow tie because that's what Chris Brandt does.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
You don't need any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can literally do all of this stuff on a GoPro. You could do it all on an iPhone. You could do it all on a stock 850 snowmobile that's a few years old. Like everything is doable very affordably. And like, you just got to have the passion. It's the passion.
Yeah. And that's the thing that like drives me nuts. It's like, if you're sitting listening to this, you're probably like, well, then why don't you guys just do that and not have nice sleds and not have, you know, cameras and mics and all the stuff? It's like, because this is a passion thing for you, but especially for me on like the content side.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, because this is like my hobby. This is what I like to do. And I work full time. So it's like, I like to, you know,
on your
buy
day
a
off,
camera,
go do this.
Yeah. Or like, I like to, you know, put a part on my sled that's probably completely unnecessary, but it makes it look cooler in my eyes. And, but exactly what he said, like just go do it and have fun doing it and ride with your buds and your dad and, you know, your family. And don't make this like so much about being cool on Instagram. Like, dude, I see that.
Oh, for sure.
And dude, honestly, it's like I was I was talking about the other day. I'm like, it honestly, and I'm going to be completely honest here, snowmobiling is not as fun to me as it used to be.
No.
It's not. Like, it used to be so, I mean, it's not that it's not fun now, but it used to be like I couldn't sleep the night before riding.
Yeah.
But now it's getting to where it's like everything's more serious. There's stress involved. We have, we have to get these clips. We have these plans. Are these people going to show up? Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And it makes it where obviously it's still fun. That's why I do it.
Yep.
But it's like there's nothing like when you were younger or even if you're older and you just have no stress and you go out and ride with a couple of your best buds, even if everyone in the group is terrible.
No consequences.
Yeah, you're just out there to have fun.
Yeah, enjoying life, man.
Yeah.
And it does suck in that aspect. Like we've put the pressure on ourselves and we can only blame ourselves because we have put the pressure on ourselves. But like, I feel that like it definitely becomes not necessarily a job, but more of a job. Like, okay, we have this checklist that has to happen today. Like no matter what, this has to happen. And yeah, we're going to be riding snowmobiles and we're going to be having fun and everything like that. But there's also this in the back of your head of like, this has to happen too. So it's definitely a stress thing. And I know you've felt it the last couple of months. I felt it the last couple of months. Like there's a lot of stress involved with what
a lot
we're
of
trying
sleepless
to,
nights.
yeah,
A lot of stress.
A lot of things to build and to do. And I mean, just like you touched on, no, we don't need all this fancy stuff we do on our snowmobiles, but once again, it's something we enjoy to do. And like, even this year I'm building a new sled and it's like, I don't necessarily need any of it, but it's still also something I'm enjoying. That's kind of been my pull away from the stress of like getting everything ready for this was like, I can focus on, I'm going to build my sled now, like I can go up to the garage and I can do this. And I still enjoy that aspect. So, and should be filming that aspect. But we'll get into that.
Next year.
We'll do that next year, maybe. No, we'll get some of that stuff out there this year too.
No, but I mean, the hard thing with you is for me, it's like, it's content. That's what feels like the job.
Yep.
And you're starting to fall into that. I think this year you'll actually fully fall into that. Is like, you need to do a lot more content.
Absolutely.
But on the whole, on another level of that, you're actually running a full on snowmobile business.
Yeah.
Like it's not just
it's two worlds colliding.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's
right
like
now.
it's people are gonna be here, and you need to take care of them, and you need to have everything ready for them. So yeah, that's another added layer of
double
stress.
stress there.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure. And a full-time job.
It's
fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Definitely. You hit it right there. That's life in a nutshell right now.
But you got to love it to do this.
You do. And I think that's why we do it is like, even deep down, if you know it's a struggle right now, you still love it and you're going to pull through and do it. And that's the rut we're in right now. We're just going for it,
Yeah. And I just love when like, it's worth it to me when I get a comment that's like, thank you so much for putting this out.
There's been some comments on these podcasts that there's some really bad ones too, but there's some really good ones that I'm just like, nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate that, like that means a lot.
Yeah, really and I'm gonna sound a little edgy here, but it's like I love when people say that, but it's like, bro, you're not doing anything. Like you're not working on social media. You're no good at snowmobiling. Like, why are you attacking me for what I say over and over again, my opinion?
Yep. You click on their account and they have no followers, no subscribe, nothing, and it's like, okay, I'll just take that one on the chin,
Yeah, and it's like, it doesn't really bother me, but sometimes it's like, geez, dude, it's like, why does everyone on social media just like, I can understand not liking a video. Like, I totally get it.
Definitely.
I've clicked on YouTube videos that I just do not like, but who takes the time with someone that's at least trying?
We're trying.
To like,
just tear you apart.
Yeah, just like,
tear you apart.
Literally suck. I'm like, what? Thanks.
My favorite is the grammar in them too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, they were either really mad seeing red, they can't type at all, or they really are illiterate, because some of it's crazy.
Dude, it is.
It's entertainment though. I love going and reading the comment section.
But a lot of people make that such a big deal in their head that they quit. They can't handle the comments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think it's something that just kind of fuels us a little bit. Like it's just, it is what it is.
I got used to it on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
I got like, before we even started the podcast, it was like, we had views or we had videos that were getting, like say a video that got 1 million views. It'd be like, you'd have 80 mean comments on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you just got used to it. It's like,
Dude, it's a personal attack too. And
Yeah.
it's like, you put like some work into that and then they just
Yeah.
like in your face, you
Yeah.
know, like it's a lot. It does hit you. Like,
Yeah.
we're humans, we have feelings, but it's, I don't know.
but I kind of got to the point, honestly, and I can honestly say this. I'm just like, dude, okay, whatever.
whatever. Who cares?
You know?
Whatever. Yeah. I just enjoy reading them, honestly, anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, I get good character out of it.
It's just like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. You're really angry at me right now.
Yeah.
Like, what did I really made him mad.
And we actually state, like, in the beginning of these podcasts, like, this is my opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch someone else's video and like, oh, well, this is what you should do to your sled. This is like, I rode with this setup
Yep.
for 3,000 miles and I know it works.
It works.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
You suck. You don't know what you're doing.
Ride a
I'm like,
165.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like we haven't tried that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't work for me, obviously. I tried.
yeah.
It's funny.
But what are you the most excited for this winter?
Honestly, I'm most excited for like these YouTube videos because like, I don't know if it's just been like so much thought into it, but watching some of these ideas that I've kind of thought of and like brainstormed up to come to life.
Yeah.
I'm just excited, not just for the video, but to participate in this, right? Like I'm just excited to be a participant because
Yeah.
it's going to be a blast making some of these, I think. Like
Yeah.
not even just the video aspect, but I'm excited to watch the video back and just go, yeah, we did that, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's going to be cool, I think.
Like that was hilarious.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm excited for the business and I'm really excited to ride with a bunch of you guys and like have fun and teach people. Like that's always something that like I fuels me and I'm excited for. But like the one thing, like the top of the list right now is to get some YouTube videos that are just like, I'm going to sit back on my couch and watch 5-6 times just because I
Yeah.
enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. How about you?
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking, like I think I'm most excited about the videos, but it's also like taking this a completely different route than I ever have.
Yeah.
And taking it like more,
Entertainment.
entertainment, and I would venture to say more seriously.
Yeah. That's fair.
So it's like you have all these ideas in your head and you're like, well, if I had the time, I'd do it and blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, okay, well, if you have the time, now I do.
What's your excuse now?
Yeah. So it's like, it's going to be way different. Like having time to like, hey, bro, someone hits up on Instagram. We're in, riding rabbit ears. You should come out. Or, well, now, hopefully I have the time to do it.
We can just go.
Actually, in the reality of things, I'm probably going to be busier this winter than I was working 6 days a week last winter.
Probably so.
But
it's going to be things we more enjoy, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to find more enjoyment in the stuff we do this winter than like what you had last winter.
Yeah.
Because last winter was work too, but it was like work on work. And this winter is going to be like work, but with enjoyment.
But
in
the
there. Like, we
best
can
part
mix
about
in
it is
there.
like when I was in college doing this, it was like you'd work so hard at a video
yeah.
and then it would be like, it's all relative to where you're at in like your journey. Like,
Yeah.
for example, if you were like an A+ rider, pulling a long wheelie for you maybe is not that like, you don't feel a lot of satisfaction.
I still get stoked about it.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
you know
get
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah, I
but
get
like,
you.
say you're like a C-level rider
Yep.
and you pull this long wheelie, it's all relative, like to what you expect of yourself.
Yep.
And so back then when I had more time, like in college, it was like the feeling of sitting down and watching a video and it turned out how I like wanted it.
Yep.
And it still might have sucked to everyone else, but it was how I wanted it and how I saw it in my head.
Yeah. That's how you lived it.
That's what I want like to feel this year. Like even if the videos, not everyone thinks they're great. I would love to think in my head that like, that is how I want it to turn out. Cause I've not had that feeling since college.
yeah. Well,
Just cause of the time, dude.
it takes
6
a lot
days
of time.
a week.
yeah. It's a grind.
Yeah.
It's a grind. Well, and that's editing is a nightmare in itself,
Yeah.
So that's going to be a huge thing. And I think that's what's really cool about it though, is you can literally paint the image that you want to paint with what the content will have. And we're going to make a product that encaptures what we did. Like this is how we saw it. This is how we represented it. And this is, a a vision from us, essentially.
Yeah. It's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be that. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
going to be a good time.
Me too.
Well,
I think we covered kind of our life update.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't confuse everybody.
yeah, we did some circles.
Yeah.
A few downies, if you will.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy doing podcasts like this here and there because it's like we just don't talk about this stuff much or ever.
Ever, really.
Yeah.
But tell us what you guys think and what you want to see. Like, honestly, like you guys are the viewer and you know, like what's something you'd enjoy to watch us do this winter? Like maybe it's a trip somewhere, something like, I can't guarantee anything, but like if you want to throw some ideas at us, throw some ideas at us. Like,
yeah, like do you want to see vlogs? Do you want to see like, you know, weird, I mean, not like action packed, just riding, or do you want to see like weird stuff on the snow?
Yeah.
Not giving away anything. But stuff like that. What do you guys want to see? That's
Yeah.
kind of my question for you. But,
let us know for sure.
but if you listen to this point, we really appreciate it. We appreciate everyone that's following along this journey, and hopefully we can make you proud this year and grow and kind of achieve a different level of content.
We're going to try our hardest. Like we're going to put a lot of effort at this, and thank every single one of you guys listening to this, because if you made it to this point, you're probably a diehard. But like we truly appreciate every single one of you guys, and it's fun for us, and hopefully it's fun for you, and we love every single one of the people that even care to listen to what we have to say. So
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's cool.
hopefully we can give back to you in some entertainment and cool videos. That's our goal.
Yeah.
Give back to you guys. So
Well, until next time, it snows here. It's ride time.
it's about
Videos
time.
coming soon. And we appreciate it, guys, for real. It means a lot. So let her eat.
See ya.